can watch me when I fall, when I cry, when I get shot, when I go to jail, when I die. You can watch.
Your homie Gab is in the building. Check out my exclusive interview with one of my favorite artists of all times, the legendary Mr. Ishmael Butler, aka Butterfly from Digable Planets. Yeah.
Just sending junky rhythms right down your block. We beat to rap, what key beat to lock, but I'm cool like that.
Yo, what's poppin'? It's Ishmael Butler from Digable Planets and SHABAZZ Palaces. You know I'm rocking with my man Gab, MAKAVELI Media. Tap in, baby.
I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting pussy. Picture paragraphs unloaded, wise words being quoted. Beat the weakness in the rap, gave it, showed it. Come on, baby. Man, they dope, baby.
So look, brother, you was living in Brooklyn, right? You lived in Brooklyn for a minute.
Yeah.
So real fast, what the fuck was it like? Did you ever get a chance to meet Biggie?
No doubt. So Big, he lived off of Fulton. I think near like Clinton and all that. So I lived off of Green, and it was off the C train. So a lot of times I would get off the train at Clinton just 'cause the Ave used to be bumping. You know what I'm saying? All them cats used to be up there that like C's and that crew. You know what I'm saying? That whole his whole squad. Yeah, JM cats. So that Ave, it was a couple of stores up there on the corner, and you would go up there and get, shit you would need and shit like that. But I ran into him a couple times there, but the flyest time I ever ran into him was I had never really kicked it with him or nothing like that. So I didn't know the type of cat that he was, but my trumpet player had somehow gigged with Big back in the days and shit. And he was like, "Yeah, Big, that's my man. So I didn't really know. I didn't think he was lying or nothing, but I didn't know to what degree he was saying. But anyway, me and him was out in front of the hotel in San Francisco smoking, and Big come down the street. You know what I'm saying? And they see each other. My man Gerald and Big see each other, and yeah, they got love for each other. They talking and shit like that. So that was the first time I ever really was around Big. And the nigga was just so funny. Like, niggas, I don't know if everybody know, man, Big was just drop dead hilarious all the time. Everything was just jokes. And he had us out there in the street at night we were smoking. He had us cracking up, man. So that's my memory of Big, man. San Francisco in front of the hotel getting high.
baby. And then what he said.
Yeah.
So look, yo, so what was, all right, so, you a kid that grew up bi-coastal. You on the West Coast with, where your mom's is from, Seattle. You on the East Coast with Philly and Baltimore and New York, your pops from this area. What was it like for you to witness, the East versus West hip-hop bullshit, man? What was going through your mind, being that you frequent both places? Like, what was the Butterfly thinking when that shit was jumping off?
I saw it through a historical context that my parents had provided for me of, like, basically, white intervention in black culture, you know what I'm saying? Pitting one against the other in order to, like, cause controversy and cause havoc, you know what I mean? Like, that old Pointel Pro shit, how they go in and put a mole in here to act like he's beefing with these niggas over here and get these two niggas fighting instead of being together and understanding, hey, we really going through the situation in a very similar way. Why would we be beefing about some shit, really, understand? So I never really respected it. I never saw it. And truth be told, like, real niggas didn't really subscribe to it. It was a lot of, like, people on the periphery that really fed into it. And if you ask me, bro, I feel like white hands, white money, white influence really spurred it on to the murderous points that it got to. You know what I'm saying? Because for what, really? You know what I mean? Because you from over there and I'm from over here. Like, I can see, a lot of times when niggas beef, it be over territory. The territory is about money. Niggas set up shop here, over there. But it wasn't even really about nothing material. So it never really, I never really understood it, really, truth be told. So I didn't really subscribe to it. I love going to L.A. I love going to Oakland. I love going down south, Louisiana, Texas, Florida, and I love the East Coast too. And the circles I ran in, niggas didn't really study that shit like that, bro. Honestly, man.
Yeah. I knew y'all wasn't on that type of tip. I just was wondering what was it like trying to maneuver through that shit, because like you said, you knew both parties, not like y'all was best friends, but you know, same circle, same area, same culture, you know what I mean? And you saw it abruptly erupt into some nonsense, man, and a tragic ending most definitely. But like you said though, like it's funny how we peeped game needed the same shit, you know, with the Black Panthers. You know, they started one side against the other. He said this about you, but the whole point was they had their eyes on certain individuals. Yeah, and, you know, it's like a house of cards, bro. You get the right card, man, the whole deck coming down. So
no question.
I still think that the Tupac murder was a lot bigger than just him, you know, getting into it with a gangbanger. I do believe that's who pulled the trigger, but I always wonder who put him there and who let him get away with it, because to this day, nobody was ever arrested for that murder. What was going through your mind, and where were you when you found out that, you know, Tupac was shot in Las Vegas and would later succumb to his injuries?
Yeah, I was in New York, and I had also been in New York when he got shot coming out the studio, you know, and then after that, you got to remember he was in a shootout in Atlanta with some pigs. Remember the off-duty cops, like they was chasing him or something like that. Pop jumped out and licked on him too, and got out. He didn't even have to do no time or nothing off of that because they was out of bounds. But you know, it was a sense that like, damn, you know, like it's like, damn, it felt like, damn, they really gunning for this cat. You know what I'm saying? Like. And it's like when it happened like that, the violence of it all and the glitz of that desert money making hell, really, you know what I'm saying? It hurt me to the core, really, because of the beauty that he had, the bright light that he was. You know, you wanted to see it, you know, and I'm not saying like I wanted to see it flourish like a lot of us did, you know, so. It felt like getting something snatched from you, you know what I mean? And it was just like, and then as time went on and nobody never really did nothing about it, nobody ever paid for it. And same with B.I, you know, like no type of even American style justice where you find out who did it and then they serve some kind of consequence for it. Like nothing. Like it's a hard thing to swallow, bro, to this day, you know? So it lives with us, man, how they did that, you know, to our culture and to Tupac and his family and all that, you know. So, I mean, you know, man, I can't really even speak on it in terms of how I felt because I feel ways about it even today and tomorrow. I'm gonna feel, you know what I mean? It's like it's too much, really, man. You know?
Yeah. Did you see where it affected? Like, how did it affect, you know, like your day-to-day operation as a hip hop artist that was, like I say, actually going back and forth between the coast and to have two of your peers murdered damn near execution style? Did it cause any like sense of pause or like any sense of caution for like you and the whole Digable Planets crew?
You know, man, I was so young. You know, when you're young, I'm not saying you reckless, but you feel a certain invincibility because there's so much life in you. You know what I mean? So I always was, you know what I'm saying, a smooth cat in terms of I know where I'm at all times. Like my uncle used to tell me, keep your head up when you dribble. So I was always frosty. I stayed respectful when I wasn't in my areas and shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I kept it calm and smooth with cats out of respect. So I was always cool, but it was like, you know, cats, you know, you be in L.A., because I used to be in L.A. and be over, like, in Watts and also in South Central. And cats would peep your steez and, you know, yo, what's up? You know, what you doing? Where you from? You know, like that. But I had situations like that, but it never turned into nothing ugly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, but I can't say that at the time I looked at it like that, because like I said, I wasn't involved in nothing like that. I didn't have no beef for niggas wasn't gunning for me. I hadn't said nothing about nobody, and they was looking for me, so I didn't really think of things that way. But you know, I kept my eyes open though. You know,
no doubt about it, brother. Man, it was awesome, man. Speaking to you, man. You know the amount of love I got for you, bro. We got stuff to do, but going forward,
likewise,
man,
bro.
No doubt. What would Tupac want? You know, what do you think his message will be today, if he could say something to the youth and to the whole culture, you know, what do you think, you know, Tupac would want to convey to everybody?
You know, he seemed to me to be real interested, like his mother and like the niggas that he was around when his mom's people was around, because these was the realest Panthers, you know what I'm saying, revolutionary thinkers and hood cats, you know what I mean? All of that rolled up into individuals that he was around and that gave him certain type of game all the way right there at his mom, you know? So I think black people understanding their freedom and power aside, like, never think that a white person, and this all due respect to white people, I don't got no problem with that, but the notion that their culture, their life, their equality to them is something that we need to be striving for and trying to emulate is not something that we need to be doing. So it's like, I think Pac was about empowerment, you know, and freedom and instinct and like living according to your feelings, you know, and that's something that I feel like he always was doing himself and would want to impart to other people, you know, freedom to be you.
No dizzo. Yo, Butterfly, man, tell these people where they can find you at, bro.
Oh, shit. Check me on Instagram. It's at SHABAZZ Palaces. SHABAZZPALACES. That's on Twitter too, man. And yeah, man, I'm on there and be making music still. You know what I mean? Got the group SHABAZZ Palaces. Me and Mecca and Knowledge, Digable, we still get around the whole world doing shows, you know, so we be out on tour.
Hey,
you
man.
know what I'm saying? Come out and say what's up.
Man, when you come this way, you better holler at your little brother, man.
Oh, I'm going to rattle your phone for sure. Don't even worry about it. That's already a go. That's already
the
a
new
go.
music is fire. The new music.
Appreciate you having me on. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting pussy. Picture paragraphs unloaded. Wise words being quoted. Peep the weakness in the rap. Gave it, showed it. Come on, baby. Man, they dope, baby. Yeah, man.
Oh, man. No doubt about it. So hold up, yo. So we got a little debate, man. Me and some of my homies, man. Me personally, my favorite Tupac album is All Eyes on Me. But I love all his work. What's your favorite Pac album and why?
It changes, man. I've liked All Eyes on Me. I've even went back to the first joint and was like, started to understand it in a different way, you know, because as your life goes, you grow and you change. Your taste is going to grow and change as well. But for me, man, MAKAVELI was the album for me that I really got into him in the time that it actually was happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's special to me, and he was just going in. I like his concept songs. I just like his subject matter, and like, yo, he was just he was just charging, man, the whole time. You know what I mean? Like
hard body.
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, bro. And that was NWA and them had came out with their style and this, but that was the first time a cat was just like, yo, to me, man, he really grabbed me with the MAKAVELI, man. I think that's my favorite pop album. Yeah, and he was like addressing. Because you remember, like, it was just all rumors. We didn't have no Twitter and Instagram. It was just street rumor, like, oh, we heard this, we heard that. The Vibe magazine said this, boy. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when he just came on there and just spoke on it, you was just like, damn, this nigga icy, man. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Yes, sir. No doubt about it, yo. My nigga, yo. Hey, boy, I'm about to hang this motherfucking record up. Call you right back. I'm going to call you from my regular horn.
losses, had to eat that. Mentality of bosses, creep back. I got like 20 years. He ain't changed his raps down in 20 years. Laid up at the crib, drinking beers, Dunzo. I'm still ballin', getting better like Lonzo. I could never sweat her.